Howdy peeps and peoples, it is an insanely crazy or crazily insanely day. Started out this morning sawing beech. We're sawing beech at the end of the week. We kind of saw our stuff out at the end of the week, or lower priority stuff at the end of the week. And next week's Thanksgiving, so we're going to be down the latter part of the week. So to meet our footage quota so we can pay bills, we need to, we're sawing over just a hair this week. So we're probably going to hit, I got mommy held down a quota at about 115 is what I'm trying to hold for now till we get the inventory in, which ain't going so well. Which the inventory ain't going so well because it got turned wet early this year. So that ain't going so hot. Listen to this powerful bird. Put some batteries in it. So anyways, let me turn y'all around. So yesterday Roger runs the stop in his skidder. It goes in the engine, it runs up in the engine panel, tears up the hydraulic return filter, busts it all over the exhaust manifold. Luckily we didn't start another fire. We fixed it yesterday. Then I realized there's a bad hillside with maple on it. It's going to slow Big D down on the job, but I told Johnny, I said, I better come out there and help Barry cut that maple. That's going to slow him down to a crawl. Oh, come on. This morning I had to do a band because we didn't have enough bands. We've actually wrecked a couple, and we got a little bit behind on bands. So Rickenball's doing what he can to help out, to keep us in bands, but he's behind just a little bit because we've made some cracks too. So we're trying to do that. So this morning Perry goes, I said, Perry, I gotta get to the woods, gotta cut something for Derek. Perry goes, hey, we don't have a band. If we have a wreck a band or something stupid, we're gonna have to pull a new band out and run that beach. He said, I don't really want to run a new band on beach because beach is harder, see. I said, all right, Rickenball's got one in a grinder right now. Let me try to finish it up. So it needed a few grinds and straighten teeth and grinding gullets just a little bit. We've been grinding gullets just a little bit to be on the safe side because we had the band cracked the other day. So right now we're a little spooked. So I got a band out. Yesterday was the cutoff day on logs, so every Thursday evening, whatever logs are brought in by the loggers, I get them took up and I cut them a check for Friday morning. I texted Dabhart's and Marples all brought in this week. Thank you, Dabhart and Marples. But I told both of them, I said, hey, I had to work on Roger's skidder and haul a load of logs in last night. Drag your feet a little bit on getting your check this morning because me and Mommy has to take it up and Mommy's got to cut checks. So Mommy's cutting checks. I got multiple loads in the log yard. I got to sort with a din-din right quick because it's getting so complex sorting. I almost sorting them all with a din-din anymore. So, you mother trucker. Oh, come on. Black is trying to run backwards on me. That trailer takes forever to air up. Try to get out of here heading to the woods by, God, it's getting late. It's 8 o'clock now. If I hurry up and sort, I can get the piles made and get out of here by before 10 would be nice. That'd give me enough. It'd take me about 2.5 hours to cut the maple off that hillside, maybe. That'd help out a bunch. And he's got 2 big sycamores I might need to cut around a big oil pump. And Derek says, he said, well, I'd cut them, but he said it's just gonna slow me down to cut them. So we might let them sycamores go to the end. They're good sycamore coming off that. There ain't a bit of shake in them sycamores. Old man ain't gonna come flying around the corner. I stacked that beach. He's having a heck of a time of that beach. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry I messed you up on that pile, Bubba. I couldn't reach and stack them low, you know. There's Mommy. She's doing two things. Mommy's doing two things, okay? First, she's taking up logs, and second, she's being cute. So I asked her this morning, I said, you being cute today? She said, yeah, I'll be cute every day. That's the truth, I'm telling you. What? What are you shaking your head at? Look how cute she is. This is my cutie. So I told him, I asked you this morning if he was being cute, and you said you're always being cute.
I'm always cute.
I'm always cute. Mommy's the cuteness. She brings on the cuteness. Huh?
Staying warm in there?
It feels good in here. You gonna go cut some checks? I don't think I'm gonna be able to leave.
You have to leave. Drive me crazy.
I'm driving you crazy?
Yes.
Matt's already stressed out. Campbell's just rode in. We're glad to see you, Campbell's.
That's good.
Yeah, we are happy to see some logs rolling in.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna get to sorting. I guess I'm gonna stand them up today, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Might have to go tomorrow.
Alright.
I love you.
Okay.
Bye, Ma.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Have a good one. You're going in there to cut checks. That's what you're doing. I'll take care of it. Yep, I got it. I love you. Oh, you're marking that one? Okay, Edna. She's such a cute. Watch out, Mommy. Oh. I'm sorry. Leave the horse play to the horses. Oh. I won't touch it. I won't touch it. Okay. Gosh. She is just hard to work with. She just takes everything so seriously. Mommy don't play. Homie don't play that game. I'm cutting up ties the other day. Perry comes up behind me with a loader fork and gooses me right in the butt. I jumped almost to the moon. Of course, he's sitting back there. Ain't that funny? I don't know about any of these guys. I never stir up stuff. I never stir the pot. I never ask for it. And all I get's mess. Here comes Campbell's a big old load. Oh, that's a pretty looking load of wood. Thank you, Jared. I love you, buddy. Jared, bring me more. They do good work. I just want to do more of it. They bring good wood. I love them guys. Good bunch of men. That's a pretty good crew. There's a lot of good crews. Well, there's one that's finally shaky. A little bit of shake-a-more. I better get my truck out of the way. I'll be back. He said, hey, he said, we got 4 more loads after this. I was like, holy cow. I said, tell Jared to bring them all. So I told Mom and them in the woods, I said, I might have to stand you guys up today, but I still got Saturday. I can come out and cut them. She said, that's a good problem to have. She said, we'll make do. Of course, daggone Derek, he's good with anything. That guy, he's got more daggone grit. When you got somebody with that kind of grit and that kind of in the position Derek's in, sky's a daggone limit. What the heck is this, Joni Malone? Clean your daggone maples up, Joni. What the hell? Somebody ain't cleaning their daggone maples up, Joni. Maples will drive you nuts though. Maple and Little Beach will drive you up the wall when it comes to topping. Come on. And my blade's dull as crap. I must have went coal mining the last time I used this thing. It's been dull. I touched it with the grinder, but it's bad. It's bad. I don't know what I got into. There was chunks out of teeth. I don't know what the heck happened to it. I don't know. I'm pleading the fifth on that of Jack. I'm pleading the fifth of Jack on that one. Oh yeah, let me get that stobble before it run up the daggone wheel loader tire. Daggone last week. So our 624K been making a noise. Sound like U-joints. It's like daggone I think that's U-joints. And Eli said, I believe you're right. So we've been running. Of course, Jimmy Cash brought a load in the other day and he goes, I said, can you hear that? He said, yeah, I hear it. He said, you'll find out soon enough when she blows apart. Daggone. I think you jinxed me, buddy. Because we ran that loader last Friday morning. Matt gets on it to help on the sawmill, to help off-bear the sawmill with the wheel loader. I was in the grading room grading. Perry comes down, he goes, hey, he said, you want to come help me pull drive shaft out of this wheel loader? Ah, daggone it. So, called John Deere, $1,300 for the drive shaft, because we actually broke the ears off the yoke. It's one of them deals, when it went out, it broke the ears off the daggone yoke of the drive shaft. So I talked to Dan. Dan said, now Tater, he said, don't you put that damn drive shaft in there from John Deere without getting a set of U-joints from Napa. Why did that look like Linwood? That's Poplar, and there's Linwood Park there. But anyways, Dan said, you get a hold of Napa and get a set of greasables to put in there. So I got the new drive shaft from John Deere. Got 2 U-joints from Napa that's greasable, and then pulled the U-joints and the cross out from John Deere and put the Napa put the Napa Bapa joints in there so we can grease them. Because what happens is they got dried out and daggone, there's rust and everything else in them. It shook itself apart and it shook the bolts loose. The bolts come loose and then it ripped the daggone shaft out. So, there was them apples. Of course, it got to rattling. Heck, that's like a little impact wrench in there going. If your drive shafts are rattling, U-joints are rattling while you're running, you know. Just doing what it can to get them bolts loosened up. This is Sycamore. Now, it's been pretty good Sycamore all that job, but some of this is getting a little shaky. And these are poplars. I got 3 sorts of poplar going right now. I got the thick stock poplar, I got the face poplar, and then I got the regular poplar. And 80% of it's regular poplar, but there's 20% of it that's thick stock and face. And I'm putting them in a separate stack. So when we get a good order of poplar, we'll saw it out that better poplar. We don't have much we can do to make a little bit extra around here, but that's one thing we can do to help out a little bit. And the daggone ties are clenching up. Daggone, that sucks. That sucks a big unit right there. And it ain't Boss Man Jimmy's fault. We've all been pounding the ties. Everybody's been piling on the ties because there ain't no way to make money in this stupid business anymore. So, well, we just all Cummins, well, that's what we done to ourselves. So we flooded that market. That's a good thick stock log, and Mommy's got a mark for thick stock. Good for you, Mommy. She is such a sweetie, and she's so smart. I really did good when I found Mommy. That's what I tell the boys. I said I found her out there on the street, took her in, cleaned her up, fed her, and she just turned into a good mommy. Of course, that's all bull mess. Mommy comes from a great home with great people. Come on. Alright, I'll put you on the outside and I'll narrate this a little bit. I know this looks like just a bunch of craziness here, but I got 3 sorts of poplar, grade sorts, and then I got 2 sorts of link sorts in poplar. You got your short and you got your long in poplar and red oak. Your short be 8s and 10s, and your long be 12s through 16s. The idea behind this is, well, it's kind of it's a merchandising game. It's real crucial. And of course, this morning we got the news about the ties, and I don't know what to do. That's throwing a monkey wrench in everything. Of course, Dad always had to say, and you live by one thing, you die by one thing. You know what I mean? And we've been, and poor Jimmy, man, it's been a lot for him. Because I know we ain't the only sawmill doing it to him. Everybody's doing it to him, because that's the only thing a sawmill's got right now is ties. The loggers got staves, which that's drying up in our area. The loggers got staves and the sawmillers got ties. That's the only thing we got going to keep us all on life support right now through these markets. But the markets are getting better, so not sitting there complaining and being a Mr. Complaining Pants. I'm grateful for the markets getting better. It's got a ways to go, but it is going the right direction for a change. The first time in 2 years it's going the right freaking direction. So hopefully all's good, and we're starting to be able to work some of our timber and come out of it, come out on it, and that's getting to be a big benefit. You know, to be able to work and not lose more money is going to be nice. So, but it ain't going to be by accident. We got to merchandise right. We got to saw them good accordingly. There's a thick stock poplar log. It's a bud log. It's got some blue in it. Now, if there's over 1/6 of the surface area in the aggregate of blue in the board, it's not a face log. It's a one common log. Brian bought me a great big log in a great big tree that was just beautiful. Not a daggone defect in it, except it was all purple. And I bought it cheap. I hope Ryan don't want to kill me over it. I'm sorry, Ryan, if you hear this, but it was all, the one common is the best board we're going to get out of that great big beautiful tree. It's just overdone enough to where there's too much blue in it, and it will be downgraded to a one common, even all them beautiful face cuts on it. So so you got to watch when you're getting in your blue. You got to make sure there ain't too much blue in that poplar, or your lumber grader down below is going to start downgrading it into one common on you. So you got to kind of watch that. But now all these small little poplars here you're seeing now, that's a cherry. Them's cherry logs there just grabbed. But them small poplars at the bottom of the screen here, them's all just your normal run-of-the-mill poplar logs. We're going to go ahead and saw them on today's market. You know, they can have that stuff. And these are hard maples here, and them dots on the end of them hard maples to make daggone sure we don't cut ties out of them. If they get a log that's got a red dot, they know not to cut a tie, unless, you know, it's all intuitive. If a
Turner man gets in the middle, that son of a buck says, no, Tater, you're wrong. This is a tie log. You know, he'll go ahead and cut a tie. But I'm just trying to do my part to help out a little bit, you know, with what I... Look at that blue in that one. That one poplar, that's a lot of blue in the butt. If it cleans up quick, it can still come out of it, or they can cut a little bit off the end of the boards to get that blue out of it. But if that log didn't clean up, that would be another log that'd be downgraded. Them's all hard maple there. There's just a little bit of everything in this. And Mommy said she got a sycamore market. Well, the sycamore ain't crap. You'd cut all the ties you can out of it. You know, but we can't set on sycamore long because sycamore will go bad. So you have to keep your sycamore pretty well sawed up so it don't go bad, because even the tie man get to complaining if you get too much, I forget what you call that, the decomposition and the sap stain basically is what we call it. So even sap stain in the tie man, if sap stain starts getting real bad, even tie man will say something. In today's market, the tie man's looking for everything he can do to call that sucker, because they are getting pounded with ties. I don't know what we're going to do. I can't move. I've been put on quota for 2 loads a week, and I can't survive off 2 loads a week. You know what I mean? We got to do something better. So I don't know what we're going to do there yet. But, and that's pretty much it. I'll shut up and let y'all watch this a little bit. I'm just trying to help y'all with the species a little bit. There you go, guys. There's another cherry, which the price of redwood is in the toilet right now. Cherry used to be one of the big boys on the block, you know. When I was a kid, cherry was the big boy, but now it ain't nothing much more than an aggravation. And then there's your hard maples. Hard maples are priced good. Even the 2 common hard maples pretty good. But there's not a lot of hard maple, and there's definitely not a lot of hard maple that's got the small hearts like these. You see these small round hearts in these hard maple, that is good hard maple, because our market we sell on is white. Mommy calls it unselected. I'm not sure on the actual terms. There comes Mommy. Look at how cute she is. I love Mommy so much. But Mommy's gonna take that load up out there, and I'm trying to stay out towards the front, so as Matt gets time, he can start packing these to the pile. So I kind of work myself from the front where the wheel loader's operating as I make my stacks and go towards the back. The only reason I'm so far back in this one's because Mommy had to take up that one load, but she had to go cut checks for the loggers, because the loggers, actually we were supposed to have her checks done. And the loggers was nice to me and didn't get on me too hard for not having the checks done. But we had to get the checks cut because I told them to drag their feet a little bit, but they do got to they got their bills to pay too. You know, they need our checks to make sure they get their bills paid, or we're all late on our bills, you know. So, and if I want logs coming in, I better be paying my daggone log bill, you know. So, and then Mommy, what she takes up, when she don't need me, she's taking up our logs that comes from our logging jobs, which is pretty much just putting in the computer system what we got. So we got it for inventory. And she don't need me for that as much. And Mommy's super quick at it, and I'm slow. And at taking up logs, because most logs I'm taking up, I'm buying. So I got to be careful, and so the logger don't get screwed over, and we don't get screwed over either. If you're gonna call it a duck, the son of a buck better be a duck. If you're gonna call it a goose, it better be a goose. You know, as far as these loggers are concerned. So I'll shut up and let y'all watch a little bit, and have a good one, guys, and then thank you. Oh, here's me going picking on Mom. I left my tape measure picking on Mommy, not Mom, Mommy. Picked my tape measure up. It was sitting up on there, and I bumped it with that log and knocked it over, and then knocked the paint can over.
Ah! how many loads I just sorted, but it was a bunch of them. 10, maybe 10 or more. But we got them all sorted, and there's little stacks all over the log yard. It goes way up in the back there. They're shutting down at lunch, which is just 20 minutes. And Perry's gonna jump on that J loader and help Matt. And they'll get her all caught up. Let's head to the woods and get to whacking some timber.
Well, make sure if you all like this one, make sure and come back for the next one. I'm gonna finally I head to the woods and do some cutting on some wet, swampy hillside type of ground. It's a hillside, just a slick, sandy, wet hillside. It's a Brutus eating style of hillside. And I cut a little bit for Derek to help him out, so he didn't have to get Brutus down in here. And then Big Daddy had to skid it out with the bulldozer. So I did get the goals we had set for today. We did get them done. This is 100 miles away from home, from where we were sorting the logs at. So we sorted it. We got the bands going. Mill did its thing. We bought logs. We sorted logs. Then we took a log truck, drove 100 miles away, and cut timber for a few hours by hand, and brought a load of logs in. And the work that me and Big Daddy is doing here is setting up to get Derek and them guys in good enough shape that evening, so we can beat this rain we got coming in the first of next week. We got to get this job done and get pulled out of here. We're way across the field on this job. But anyways, come back for the next one if you don't care, and watch a little bit of hand cutting with me and Big Daddy skidding with a dozer.